the bus, I'm gonna make sure that it's not leaning to the left or to the right. I'm gonna make sure that there's no loose hanging wires or hoses and no fluid leak. As I walk around this bus, I'm looking for major body damage. No flat tire, no air leakage. No flat tires, no air leakage. In the rear of the bus, I'm going to make sure that it's not leaning to the left or to the right. I'm going to make sure that there's no loose hanging wires or hoses and there's no fluid leak. No flat tires, no air leakage. No flat tire, no air leakage. As I enter the bus, using a 3-point contact. Some of you guys can stand over here, some of you guys can stand in here. I'm going to go ahead and get in my seat, checking my seat belt to make sure it's not ripped, torn, or frayed. It retracts and it locks in place. With this key, I'm going to put it in the ignition. Checking my CNG fire suppression system, making sure that it's in the green. Turning my key. Now turning my master switch to day run, and I'm going to wait for 2 clicks. There's 1. There's 2. I'm now going to go ahead and safe start my bus by pressing down on the start engine button. Turning my master switch to night run. Checking my panel lights and buzzers. I'm going to raise my bus. I'm going to close my doors. I'm not going to. I'm going to make sure that I have control of my rear door. Making sure that my window is open. I'm now going to turn my fast idle on because in order for me to perform an air brake test, I need a fully charged system. There it is. My system is fully charged at 135 psi. I'm going to go ahead and turn my fast idle off and begin with my cut-in. My cut-in should be no less than 85 psi. I'm pressing and releasing my service brakes, observing my needles for 10 seconds. If they do not move, I'm going to repeat the process. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. There it is. My cut-in happened at 100 psi. That is a good test. My next test is my cutout. Fast idle on, no more than 140 psi. I'm listening for a hissing or my gauges to stop moving. There it is. My cutout happened at 135. That is a good test. I'm now going to go into my low air warning. Fast idle off. Happens between 55 and 75. I'm going to press down on my service brake, release my parking brake, and rapidly fan until my lights and buzzers come on. There it is. That happened at 85 psi. That's a bad test, but it's common for this bus. My next test is my spring brake. My spring brake should pop between 20 to 40. I'm going to continue fanning my service brake until my parking brake resets. 25. 20 to 45. coming for this bus. My next test is my air pressure buildup. Fast idle on. Happens between 85 to 100 psi within 45 seconds. I'll begin counting at 85. There it is. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16, 1,000, 17, 1,000, 18, 1,000, 19, 1,000, 20, 21, 1,000. There it is. That happened in 21 seconds. That's a good test. My next test requires a fully charged system. There it is. My system is fully charged at 135 psi. I'm going to go ahead and turn my fast idle off, and I'm going into my static air leakage. With my static air leakage, I'm going to go ahead and turn my bus off. Put it into night run. And I should lose no more than 2 psi's within 1 minute. I'm currently at 130, and my minute begins now. So there it is. For training purposes, hypothetically speaking, that was a minute. I've lost 0 psi's. That's a good test. My next test is going to be my applied brake test. With my applied brake test, I'm pressing down on my service brake, releasing my parking brake, holding for 1 minute, and I should lose no more than 3 psi's. I'm currently at 125, and my minute begins now. Hypothetically speaking, for training purposes, that was a minute. I lost 0 psi's. That's a good test. I'm now going to go ahead and secure my bus by pulling up on my parking brake. Safe starting my bus and going into my interlock. With my interlock, I'm pressing down on my service brake, releasing my parking brake, putting my bus in gear, opening my back door, and I should have a dead throttle. That's a good test. You guys back up about a foot. My next test is going to be my service brake test. With my service brake test, I'm pressing down on my service brake, closing my back door. I'm letting my bus roll 3 to 5 miles per hour. As I apply my service brake, my bus should come to a complete stop, not pulling to the left or to the right. I'm going to scan my mirrors, tap my horn, bus in motion. Bus in motion. Let it roll. That was a good test. My next test is going to be my parking brake test. With my parking brake, I'm going to do the same. Let the bus roll 3 to 5 miles per hour. As I apply my parking brake, my bus should come to a complete stop, holding it in its place. I'm scanning my mirrors, tapping my horn, bus in motion. Bus in motion. That was a good test. I will now secure my bus by putting it into neutral, tapping my horn. That completes my air brake test. I'm now going to turn my steering wheel all the way to the left. Let it go. Turn my 4-way flashers on. Turn my high beams on. Open all my doors. exit the bus and do an exterior lamp test. Right here is my lamp test switch. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this switch. It is now activated all my running lights for 2 minutes. I will be exiting using a 3-point contact. Whichever you, I'm already on the exterior lamp test. Whichever you want to do.
I just got your.
You can take the new ones.
Okay.
Or whichever one. If you guys want to go with him, you can. I'm now going to do an exterior lamp test. For an exterior lamp test, I'm simply going to make sure that all of my lights are in working order. Working, 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 lights are in working order. I'm now going to begin an exterior pre-trip. With my exterior pre-trip, I have 5 clearance lights, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. I have a front destination sign that's properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. I have 1 and 2 windshields, properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. 1 and 2 windshield wipers with the proper spring tension, free of debris, soft to touch, no loose wires, and secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have my windshield wiper filler. It's properly kept and it's not leaking. Right next to it, I have all of my decals. They are all legible, not filling, and secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have 1 and 2 high beams, 1 and 2 low beams. In their casing, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have my bike rack that belongs to the upright and the downright with the proper spring tension. And it's secured to my bus. Right next to it, I have my bumper that's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to the bus. I have a license plate with at least 2 bolts. The last 3 match the back last 3, registration and insurance, and it's secured to the bus. Stepping up over here, I'm going to nod from the top to the bottom. Right here, I have 1 and 2 mirrors. I'm going to begin with 1 and 2 flat mirrors, 1 and 2 convex mirrors. They're in their casings attached to the arm bracket. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to the bus with no loose wires. Right here I have 1 and 2 turn signals, 4-way flashers, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to the bus. Coming downward, I have 1 and 2 ADA decals, legible, not peeling, and secured to the bus. Coming downward, I have 1 and 2 turn signals, 4-way flashers, amber in color, in their casings, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to the bus. Stepping up over here in front of the door, the top to the bottom. I'm going to start with my CNG tanks that are secured to the bus. They're not a camera, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I have another clearance light, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, my bus. Coming to my door frame, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 glass door windows, 1 and 2 handrails. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to my bus. Right here I have my rubber ceilings that are properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have 1 and 2 step lights, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. My floor mat is free of debris, it's not peeling, and it's secured to the bus. Okay. Stepping up over here in front of the tire, I'm going to start from the top to the bottom. From the top right here, I have a side destination sign that's not cracked, broken, or damaged. It's secured to the bus. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glass windows. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to my bus. Right here I have one curb light, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. My ADA detail, I'll talk about it, not peeling, legible, secured to the bus. Right here's my kneeling light. It's amber in color, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Right here I have my side splash and my mud flash. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. My turn signal, my four-way flasher, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I'm now going to break the tires out. I'm going to begin with my ICD. Inflation can only be checked with a rubber mallet or an air gauge. Condition, evenly worn, free of debris. My depth of my tires in the front is 432. Only have new tires in the front. I'm now going to drop down to the ABCs, abrasive bulges and cuts, which we have none. Rim bead, it's properly capped, not leaking. My rim is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's free of illegal welds. I have 10 lug nuts, no rust or metal shavings to show any signs of looseness. Drop it down to my oil hub. It's secured to my bus and it's free of oil and contaminants. Right here I have a 1 valve stem. It's properly capped and it's not leaking. I'm now going to go into my going visually. Things I can't see. I'm going to begin with my steering system. My steering system consists of my steering box. My cotter pin is secure, it's not leaking. My steering leakage, my steering arm and tie rod are not bent or damaged. My steering hose is not leaking. Now I'm going to jump into my suspension system. The suspension system consists of my springs. They're securely mounted and no parts missing. Spring leaves securely mounted, no parts missing, non-shifted. My U-bolts are securely mounted, no parts missing. My shocks are securely mounted, no parts missing, not leaking. My airbags and my air mounts are securely mounted, no parts missing, no hissing or air leaking. My torque arm that's in the back is securely mounted, no parts missing, and it's not bent or damaged. Now jumping into my braking system. My braking system consists of my brake chamber, right? No missing or broken parts, no oil and contaminants. My brake drums and rotors, no gluing, no oil and contaminants. Linings and pads, it cannot be worn day within less than a 1/4 inch in wear. Lines and hoses, not leaking. My push rod, when my service brake is applied, there should have no more than 2 inches of movement. My slack adjuster, when pulled by hand, should have no more than 1 inch of movement. Coming backward, I have my speaker free of debris. Right here I have another side marker, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. 1 and 2 curb lights, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Back here on 1 and 4, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 glass windows, 1 and 2 handrails. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, they're secured to my bus. My rubber seals are properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to the bus. Coming backward, right here, I have 1 and 2 compartments that are secured to the bus. Turn signal, 4-way flasher, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I have a debris guard, side splash, mud flash. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to my bus. Back here in the back, we have dual tires. I'm going to begin with my ICDs, inflation, condition, and depth. The inflation can only be checked with a rubber mallet or an air gauge. The condition of these tires are evenly worn, free of debris, not touching, with enough space. The depth of my tires in the back are 230 seconds, and you can have used tires in the back. I'm now going to drop down to my ABCs, abrasion, bulges, and cuts, which we have none. My rim bead, properly capped, not leaking. My rim, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's free of illegal welds. 10 lug nuts, no rust or metal shavings to show any signs of looseness. My odometer, it's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. My axle oil and contaminants. Back here we have two valve steps, properly capped, not leaking. I'm now going to jump into my suspension. My suspension consists of my spring securely mounted, no parts missing. Spring lead securely mounted, no parts missing, non-shifting. My U-bolt for securely mounted, no parts missing. My shock securely mounted, no parts missing, not leaking. My airbags and air mounts securely mounted, no parts missing, not leaking, or no air hissing. My torque arm securely mounted, no parts missing, not bent or damaged. I'm now going to jump into my braking again. My braking consists of my brake chambers, no parts missing or broken, free of oil and contaminants. Brake drums and rotors, no moving, no oil and contaminants. My linings and pads, they cannot be worn dangerously thin, less than a quarter inch in wear. Lines and hoses, not leaking. My push rod, when my service brake is applied, should have no more than 2 inches of movement. Slack adjuster, when pulled by hand, should have no more than 1 inch of movement. Going backward, right in here, we have a drive shaft that's secured to my bus. DOT, Department of Transportation sticker. It's not peeling, it's visual, and it's secured to my bus. Coming back, I'm going to start from the top to the bottom. I have a clear pipe that's red in color. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. 1 and 2 vents that are free of debris, and they're secured to the bus. Coming down, C&G compartment. My bus is now going to turn off because metal contact is no longer made. Right here we have a shutoff valve. My shutoff valve should be between the 12 to 6 positioning. My desk covers are properly capped, they're not leaking. My fuel should be between 2,500 to 3,600, and the glass is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have a reflector. That's red in color. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. Coming back here in the rear of the bus, I'm going to start with my exhaust. It's free of debris, no black smoke, and it's secured to my bus. I have 5 clearance lights, red in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. I have a camera that's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to the bus. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vents that are free of debris, and they're secured to the bus. Coming downward, I have a route sign that's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, the brake lights, red in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I'm going to keep the flow going down. 1 and 2. Turn signals, four-way flashers, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. Underneath that, I have a reverse lights with an alarm, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. 1 and 2 reflectors, red in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Working my way over here, I have a license plate light, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. A license plate with at least 2 bolts, the last 3 match the front, last 3, registration and insurance. ADA decal, C&G decal, that's not peeling, legible, and secured to my bus. Keeping it coming downward, I have a bumper that's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. Back here in my engine compartment, I'm going to break it down in 3 sections. In the back there, I have an exhaust. It's properly insulated and secured to my bus. Right here, I have my coolant tank. It's properly capped. It's not leaking. The side glass is not cracked, broken, or damaged. My fluid should be pink or green, and it's secured to my bus. Right next to that, I have my lines, wires, and hoses. lines, wires, hoses, right? They're not rip torn frayed, they're not leaking, they're secured to my bus. Underneath that, I have an orange in color water pipe, an orange in color air pipe, and a blue in color water pipe. They're both not cracked, broken, or damaged, or leaking, and secured to my bus. Right next to it, we have a radiator. It's not cracked, broken, damaged, or leaking, and secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have a frame that's not cracked, broken, damaged, or twisted, and secured to my bus. Coming over here to this section, I'm going to start with my pulleys. I have 4 of them. My alternator, my idle, my water pump, and engine pulley. They are all connected with 2 serpentine belts, which have no more than 3/4 of an inch of play. Right here, I have a rear start. Mechanical use, we do not operate. The only thing we operate is our light compartment switch, which it is on. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Right here, I have a engine oil gauge. My engine oil gauge should be between 20 to 40. Right here is my water gauge. My water gauge should be between 180 to 190 Fahrenheit. Both of the glass is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Right beneath that, I have a transmission 2-for-1. It's the dipstick and the filler. To get a proper reading, I'm going to bring it out, wipe it off, push it in, and bring it back out. Right next to that is my engine oil filler. It's properly capped, it's not leaking. Right here is my engine oil dipstick. To get a proper reading, I'm going to bring it out, wipe it off, push it in, and bring it back out. Over here, the last part of the engine, we have 4 components. I have an air filter that's secured to my bus. I have an air compressor and power steering pump. Both of those are gear driven, not leaking. My AC compressor is connected to my engine pulley with a V-belt with no missing teeth, with no more than 3/4 of an inch of play. I'm going to check this side like I checked the curb side. If they tell you to go ahead, you flow it out. Here is my red in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I have 1 and 2 vents and compartments that are secured to my bus. Reflector, red in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. A DOT, Department of Transportation sticker. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. DOT, Department of Transportation sticker, not peeling, legible, secured to my bus. Coming up over here, I have a drive shaft that's secured to my bus. I have another compartment that is secured to the bus. I have a mud flash guard, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Back here we have dual tires. I'll begin with my ICDs, inflation, conditions, and depth. The inflation can only be checked with a rubber mallet or an air gauge. The condition of these tires are evenly worn, free of debris, not touching with enough space in between. The depth of the tires in the back are 2/32. We can't have used tires. I'm going to drop down to the ABCs, abrasions, bulges, and cuts, which we have none. My rim bead is properly capped, not leaking. My rim is not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's free of illegal welds. I have 10 lug nuts, no rust, metal shavings to show any signs of looseness. Axle hub, secured to my bus, free of oil and contaminants. Back here we have 2 valve stems that are properly capped, not leaking. I'm now going to jump into my suspension system. Springs, spring leaves, U-bolts, shocks, everything that we did on that side. I'm now going to jump into my braking system again. break it all down, like I did on that side. Coming backward, I have a turn signal, a four-way flasher, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Side marker, amber in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. Mud flash, flash guard, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. I'm going to begin with my ICDs, inflation, condition, and depth. Inflation can only be checked with a rubber mallet or an air gauge. Condition and the depth. The ABCs, break them down. Break down the physical form again. Rim bead, rim, 10 lug nuts, everything that I've mentioned so far. You got to mention it again, right? I'm now going to jump into my steering system. If you noticed, you're going to name the 3 components. Steering box, steering linkage, steering hose, and you talk about them. I'm going to give my suspension system. Break it down again. Your braking system. Break it down again. Going to come back this way. I have a turn signal. Four-way flasher. Amber in color. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. And secured to my bus. Right here from the top to the bottom. A camera. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. Secured to my bus. A clearance light. Amber in color. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. And secured to my bus. 1 and 2 driver windows, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Coming downward, I have an air tank drain valve inside. My valve should be down in the late or the 3 o'clock position, whichever you choose to say. Underneath there, I have my driver compartment, the battery compartment. They're properly connected, no corrosion, and secured to the bus. Last but not least, we have our battery disconnects. Our battery disconnect upon authorization from radio. You will make sure your bus is secure, parking brake, and neutral. You will turn everything off on the inside. Come over here, turn that knob to the off position. You're gonna wait 3 to 5 minutes. Once those 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes have came, you're gonna turn around and turn it back to the on positioning. You're gonna come inside, turn your bus on again. All right, I'm gonna now go in. I'm gonna come inside and I'm gonna do an interior pre-trip. I'm gonna go ahead and safe start my bus. My bus turned off because I opened my CNG compartment. All right, my interior. I'm gonna start with my Apollo camera system. Right here we have a CNG fire suppressant system. Right here is my route, my destination control box. Right here I have the driver's map light. If it's off, I can turn it on. My exterior lamp test I've already demonstrated to you. Right here I have my driver vents. Coming downward I have a side visor. I can lower it and I can raise it. My driver's windows, I can close it, I can open it. Vice versa, I can open and close this one. Coming downward I have my Speak Easy. This is my PA system. It has 3 settings. Inside, testing. Testing. Outside, testing. Both. Testing. Testing. Underneath that I have my gearbox. I have first, second, third, drive, neutral, and reverse. We only operate and drive neutral and reverse. Coming downward I have a stop engine override. Mechanical use we do not touch. Right here I have a chime reset. It's our stop request reset. I would go ahead and flip it up. Right here are my interior lamps. They have 3 settings. All, as you can see, off, and rear. I'm going to leave them on the rear. The reason sliding all the way up is because the door is open. So if the door was shut, you guys can see that it's a rear setting.
Oh, yeah.
Right here I have an engine start button. This is what I would press down to say start my bus. My fast idle, if you can hear, it's off. I can turn it on. Right here are my four-way flashers. As you can see, they are on. I can turn them off. My master switch has 4 settings. Off, day run, night run, and night park. My door control. As you can see, I can open my back door, I can shut my back door, and I can open and shut my front door, but I'm not because you guys are right there. Right here I have my parking brake. To use my parking brake, I'm going to press down on my service brake, press to release, and pull to activate. Right here my power, my mirror controls. This left knob, if I turn it to the left, I can control my flat. If I turn it to the right one click, I can control my convex. Vice versa with the right knob. If I turn it to the left, as you can see, I can control my flat mirror. One click to the right, I can control my convex mirror. Coming backward, my heated mirror switch. Just to heat my mirrors, I simply just flip the switch. This activate parking brake switch right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press down on my service brake, release my parking brake, and flip the switch to activate my parking brake. Right here I have my Apollo camera system and my Linux camera system. To mark my cameras, I'm going to simply just press down on these 2 buttons. As you can see, it's going to light up green cheese, smile, run kind of camera, right? Right here's my key ignition. Right here's my rear door control. When it's on open, I have control of my back door. When it's on close, as you can see, it's open, it's passenger sensor. Right behind here, you guys, I have my climate control. That's my AC, my heater, and my vent. To turn it on like it's on, the higher it is, the hotter it is. The lower it is, the colder it is. Right behind there is my fire suppressant system for the engine compartment. It's basically an extinguisher. If there was a fire to erupt, I'm going to go ahead and break this seal, press it down, and it would put the fire out in the engine compartment. Right behind there is a retarder switch. We do not touch, mechanical use only. Coming up to the front, working my way down. I'm going to start with my registration insurance that is present on the bus. Right here is radio. RTMS. In order to call them, I'm going to press this button. This button is for an emergency, and this button is for the menu. Coming downward, I have my sun visor, my front sun visor. I can lower it. I can raise it. I have 1 and 2 windshields. They are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they are secured to my bus. Right here, I have a mobile eyes. 1, 2, and 3. These are basically my sensors for the bus. Coming downward to my dashboard, I have my driver booster fan. It has 3 settings: low, off, and high. Panel light control. I can simply control the dimness and the brightness of my panel lights. Windshield wipers are off, low, medium, high, and I press for fluid. And I can turn them off. Right here is my temperature select. If it's on vent or heat, I can have my flow select on the floor or defrost. My heater and my defroster fan up here for the driver compartment. I can have, there's 4 settings: off, low, medium, and high. Coming up over here to my panel lights for operational issues. Right here's my digital dashboard speedometer. So right here's my digital speedometer. In my digital speedometer is my voltmeter. My voltmeter should read between 24 to 28. Coming up over here, I have my air gauge. White needle is primary, orange is secondary. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged, and it's secured to my bus. My e-stroke warning light, amber in color. Right here is my TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. Right here is my niller. As you can see, I can raise my bus, I can lower my bus, I can kneel it. Back up. All right, underneath that is my ramp control box. For my ramp control box, I'm gonna go ahead and open this door to stop the block traffic if I can. Power on my ramp and deploy it. Prior to deploying, I'm checking for passengers using my mirrors and my windows. Ramp coming out. And it doesn't want to deploy, but that's okay. I will do the same, ramp coming in. I'm now going to go ahead and turn the power off. I'm now going to get out of my seat to manually show you how to deploy this ramp and stow it. Just like you did in wheelchair training, you're going to get out, pick it up, deploy it, ramp coming out, ramp coming in. You're going to come back in and sit in your seat. Right here I have my two-way radio. I'm going to press to talk, release to listen. Working my way down, I have my steering wheel. There should be no more than a 2-inch play on a 20-inch wheel. My horn. Down here I have my telescope and my tilt. Down to the floor I have my left blinker. As you can see, it's on. I can turn it off. My high beams are on. I can turn them off. My right blinker's on. I can turn it off. I have my service brake and I have my accelerator. Coming backward, I have my foot pedal for my speakeasy, my PA system. Testing. Coming backward, I have my panic control button. This is some do or die type stuff, you guys. Call 911. That's when you would act. That's an emergency. This is an extreme emergency, okay? Panic control button. My seat overall is clean, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Right here on the side of my seat, I have a control. I can raise how high I want to sit and how low. This button right here controls how close and how far I would like to sit. These three buttons right here control my lumbar. This knob right back here controls my upright back positioning. Exiting my driver's seat, my driver compartment door, the safety glass, I can open and shut it. My door, I'm going to press to open and pull to close. Stepping out, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start from the top to the bottom. I have a clearance. My clearance height of my bus is 11 feet, 11 inches. My bus number is 2794. Coming downward, I have a back door mirror, I have a bike rack mirror, and I have a passenger mirror. Right next to it, I have a Apollo camera system. Up here in the driver compartment, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cameras. Right next to it, I have my lytics. This is my dash cam, making sure that it's in the green, not blinking red. Coming downward, my fare display. My Pronto, tap or stand to pay. My fare box, the coins or dollar bills go. Coming downward, I have my step lights, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Right here I have a manual door release. You guys, I broke it downward. I'm going to come to the door, break it downward from the top to bottom. Manual door release, in case of an emergency, I can break that glass. I can go ahead and turn that red knob, and I can manually open and shut my doors. Coming down, I'm going to break my physical door down again. 1, 2, this is supposed to be closed, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, glass door windows. 1 and 2 handrails. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged. They're secured to my bus. My rubber seals are properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. You can break your step lights out right here if you didn't want to do it before. My step lights, clear in color, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. Floor matting, free of debris, not peeling, secured to my bus. Before I step foot backward, I'm going to knock my safety equipment out. I'm going to knock my FIDA out. FIDA stands up fuses, E for extinguisher, T for triangle, and A for accident packet. Our bus should have fuses in which we have circuit breakers. Okay? Extinguisher. I'm going to extinguisher. My extinguisher is properly pinned in the green. It's not cracked, broken, or damaged. And it expires a year from its punch date. Its punch date is the 7th of April 2024. It expires a year from there. You don't see it on a tag, you're looking for a sticker. It's not going back. All right. So fuses, circuit breakers, extinguisher. The T stands for the triangles, you guys. My bus should be equipped with at least 3 triangles free of leaky black sand. We're going to demonstrate it, assemble it, and put it back. If there's a yellow thing, if there's a metal piece of wire, you got to make sure that you guys put it where it needs to be put. You guys can go ahead and come in and sit in the back. Go ahead and come in and sit in the back. All the way to the back, because I'm going to come work my way back there. Go ahead, man. You need this bus, Papa?
Mario.
Yeah. Oh. I'm almost done. Give me 2 minutes. Last but not least, we have an accident packet. We're going to reach in our steering compartment back here and make sure that our accident packet is present on the bus. While I'm back there, I'm going to get my steering wheel cover. My steering wheel cover, if it is on my steering wheel, we are not to remove, mechanical removal only. I can turn the knob and I can throw them open. They can also be used for ventilation purposes. Alright, coming back right here, I'm going to start from right here. I have a side destination sign. Underneath that I have a yellow pull cord. Right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 emergency exit windows. I'm going to demonstrate each and every one of them. Coming downward, I have 1 and 2 handrails, 1 and 2 tire wells. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged. They're secured to my bus. Yellow standing line. When my bus is in motion, passengers are not to be in front of it. They should be behind it. Working my way. Right here, I have a black box. If it's open, I'll let radio know. This is basically my camera stuff. Okay? Stepping up over here, I'm going to keep my formation going. Right here I have my wheelchair securement area. My ADA decals are not present, not peeling, and secured to my bus. I'm going to raise my seats. I'm going to check my back restraints and my front restraints, making sure that they're not cracked, broken, or damaged. They retract and they lock in place. My seat belt. It's not ripped, torn, or frayed. It retracts and it locks in place, as well as my shoulder belt.
I think I dropped my license in my medical.
Where? Go ahead. Open the door. My stop request, I had already pressed it. And my front restraint, it's not ripped, torn, or frayed. It retracts. And it locks in place. Now I'm going to lower my seat. I checked that side, right? You guys, they need the bus, so I just want to go through it.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the same thing. My yellow pull cord, my ADA decals, lift your seats, check your back restraints, your seat belts, your front restraint, your stop request, and you lower them. Now, I'm going to Spider-Man to the back. I'm going to be checking my hand straps, my handrails, my extensions, my seats, making sure they are not all clean, not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they are all secured to my bus.
Yep.
Again, green interlock light, not cracked, broken, or damaged, secured to my bus. Break your windows down, your doors. 1, 2, 3, 4 glass door windows, 1 and 2 handrails. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, they're secured to my bus. My rubber seals are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and secured to my bus. Back here I have a manual door release. In case of emergency, I'm going to break this glass, and I'm going to pull that knob, and then I can manually open and close my doors. My floor matting is free of debris, not peeling, secured to my bus. On my back door mirror. Coming backward, I have my steps and my lights. They're not cracked, broken, or damaged, and they're secured to my bus. I'm going to continue this Spider-Man, you guys. All right. Back here, I have my AC vent that's free of debris, and it's secured to my bus. I have 2 engine access compartments. 1 and 2. They are both secured to my bus. Stepping this way, I'm going to start from top to bottom. I have an emergency exit that I've already spoke about. If you didn't, talk about it. In case of an emergency, I'm going to turn that red knob and I can pop them open. They can be used for ventilation as well. You open and you shut. Coming downward, I have all of my signage, propaganda that's attached to the bus. Underneath that, I have all of my lights that are in working order. Underneath that, I have all of my speakers that are in working order. I have a yellow pull cord and another yellow pull cord. I'm simply going to start Spider-Manning back, looking for things that I've missed. I got 1 and 2